Okay, good morning and welcome to Advocate Gang. I'm your host today, Mr. Shedra Konicha. By my left is the Mr. Godwin Utwedere. Next to him is Mr. Frederick Umweri. And my far left is Comrade Polycarp Orosowotu. You are welcome. Our today discussion is the rot in the data broadcasting service worry. Growing up, our first experience to television broadcasting was through the then Bender Broadcasting Service. And after the creation of Delta State and Edo State, it was turned to Delta Broadcasting Service. Today, I stumbled on video on the internet and my heart bleeds. The world's Delta Broadcasting Service uh, have become a shadow of itself. If you look at the structure, it's so dilapidated. The place is infested by reptiles, so unkept, and even our governor, I believe, his first experience with television would be with NTA and DBS or Bender Broadcasting Service, and this television station is in heart of Warri. Uh, the thing is going to extinction. Mr. Godwin, you have been to DRTV growing up, and today, look at the structure. What we have there is an eyesore. How did we get here?
Well, thank you so very much. Um, the truth of the matter is that whenever I visit that station, I drove past the RTV, I am always, when I see the pitiable uh, condition of the station, I ask myself, how did we get here also? But our hope were kind of revived in 20 January, to be precise, January 22nd or 21st, 2025, when the present Honorable Commissioner for Information did invite all the top management or staff of Delta Broadcasting Service, both Warri and Asaba, for a meeting. There he acknowledged the fact that the television and radio station or the state media outfit is in a state of decay, and he promised that they were going to revive the station in terms of equipment, in terms of personnel, in terms of funding and facilities upgrade. Then hope were kind of revived. And he also promised that there is going to be a kind of harmonization between program content in order to promote the policies of the state government through our own broadcast medium. But it is a pity today that we find ourselves in this condition, because I feel that people, they don't value what they have, and because of what I will say selfish interest or selfish ambition, people deliberately allow their own properties or infrastructures to go into
Okay, let me
decay.
come to Comrade Fred. Some time ago, I wrote an article about the decay in DRTV, and the government then Commissioner for Information, Oswazo, called me all sort of names. I was writing about the dilapidated infrastructure then. That was 2 years back. And also called out the governor that he cannot be alive and see DBS go underground. Every time we do live program on national television, Delta State has become an onion that is rotting inside, but outside is smelling very nice. We can't promote our DRTV is supposed to be the brand voice of Delta. If you go to LTV, Ogun State Television, many of these stations are in cable network. Then look at the infrastructure we have here. Tenants have taken over the reception. Go to DBS office now. You see tenants at the reception. How did Delta get to this level?
Thank you very much for having me. I when I looked at I saw it online too. Before when I saw the videos going on, and I almost shed tears because if I should bring an example, way back in school, we were in the classroom and we have a senior lecturer who came to want to teach us. I looked at the board. The board was divided into two or three or so, and he said he's not going to teach in this because of the way the board is. And he looked at us and said, "This is you. You." He was talking to us. This is you divided into two. You, as you are there, you are divided into two. This is how you want your life to look like. So immediately, the board was changed to a brand new one. Now, if you look the face of the termites reading and pest infected Delta Broadcasting Service, Warri, and you will see the direct picture of how the government of the day is like when it comes to management of the broadcast outfits. Now, DBS is supposed to be, like you put it, the first voice of any communication from the state. Now, the people of the state are so they become frustrated. I don't think the Gen Z coming up know anything like DBS. They don't want to even, they don't believe that there is DBS anywhere, the Delta Broadcasting Service. So I have a colleague.
And the road did not start.
It did not start. No, it started. It was worse during the regime of during the time of the former governor Okowa. Then you see the commissioner for information, then who is also in this government as also commissioner for public communication. Also, they put it. He made use of one media outfit of his own, operate with powerful cameras. Those cameras he operated with. I'm trying to get the name of the media he used, Smart Delta,
and
so
abandoned
the two state media outfits, and he was using Smart Delta. Allocation was coming for Smart Delta.
Yeah.
No, I don't think. Then
they couldn't buy one equipment,
throughout
the 8 years.
8 years for DBS, both Warri and Asaba. So I have a colleague in Anambra State who is in Anambra Broadcasting Service. Now, Soludo, there is nothing that any national television wants in Anambra State that they will get. You must get it from Anambra Broadcasting Service. You must link with them.
That station, yeah.
I don't think the station has anything like OB van, the outside broadcast van. I don't think they have. We shouldn't be talking about that because they don't even have cameras.
They don't have AC in the studio.
It's as worse as that.
Sometimes they cast news with fan.
If you look at it, let me just round up with, if you look at the governor we have, is a governor that when you put something before him, I believe he will swing into action. Or is it that because he saw that his predecessor abandoned the place and chose to allow it to still go the same way?
I think one of the reasons governors and those in authority most time are based on advice given to them by those they have appointed, who they believe have
superior
knowledge in that respect. When Aniago become commissioner, his intention was that we should not have two stations. The same thing he did with NUJ. that other chapels should be shut down. You only have Asaba correspondent chapel.
And Warri.
No, even at the time he said they should not even that only
only
Asaba should operate. And his mindset is that why should we have two television stations also? He fought the DRTV Warri board have to stand their ground because the board, there were some robo people there. They saw it as an attempt to shut the robo out of the robos and the Ijo and the Shekiri
out of
the voice of governance. Because if everything is taken to Asaba, anytime they like, they can pick news from here. And they fought and resisted it. And because he had that opposition, it's okay. You people
should stay
like that. So that truncated attempt to link DRTV to any of these broadcast internet, Go TV or satellite broadcasting, where other stations, you see, EBS is there. They could not even enter this commonest one. Start time
is not even common. It starts at start time.
That is the one average person, every household can afford. So, but we spend so much on national television, and people of data,
millions
who cannot pay to get DSTV and Go TV, cannot see what the governor is doing. And that's why some people will tell you that they don't know what the governor is doing. Comrade Polycarp, you have seen the visual, and they speak for themselves. I begin to manage how those DBS workers manage to work in this kind of environment. And what can you do? The governor is your friend. What can we do to draw the governor's attention to this? Because he may not be aware that the governor need to take a trip to DBS Warri and DBS Asaba. The place does not represent his government. Because he's a man that always want to have value for the money he's spending.
Less quality.
So this one does not represent the sheriff that we know.
I want to take a different view and a different perspective on this issue entirely from what the other my colleagues had said. I think the shortest verse in the Bible, they say, is when they say whether Jesus wept.
Jesus wept.
I believe by today, if the first military administrator we had in Delta State then, and who executed this project we are talking about today, should come to Delta and see what is happening to DBS Warri, the man will weep. Seriously, the man will weep. DBS was came into being in August 1991, and in 1992, the Felix Ibru's government administration commissioned the project, and I believe too that when Ibru's admission came up, DBS was not the way it is now. But I could remember then that in most of the program, this media chat we're having at that time,
even Odwa was having breakers, good morning daters. Okowa never visited any of the stations for 8 years, and Sheriff has stayed for 3 years. Has not visited any of the stations.
The seat of power is in Asaba, but Ibori then could come from Asaba to Warri to have this media chat where he had good interaction with Deltas on issues, this issue here. And what
at the time there was even the phone in.
Ibori ran open government now, not this society.
So when we are talking about DBS and want to shift blames to Commissioner or Commissioner for Information and others, I would say no to some extent. I'm saying this because what catapulted Warri into where he is today now was this factor of street credibility.
Oborowori we know too well is a full worry boy.
So he will not say it.
Is a yes, is a
say
full,
does not know what is happening.
Is a full worry boy.
He's saying it every time.
So when you say he may not have had an idea about it, or he does not know this is the state of the station, then it brings a lot of questions that what is going on. Because if budgets were actually made to make the place function, and the money were diverted to another different areas, a different
budget we are not
fine. It's a different ball game.
They want the place.
Yes, it's a different ball game.
Yes.
No budget.
But when budgets are not, when budgets were not made for the to make the place function or functional, how do you want the commissioner to act?
It's the commissioner that proposed the budget.
I'm coming.
Yeah, but if the commissioner have agenda,
You cannot exonerate the commissioner.
I'm coming. No, I can exonerate the commissioner. I can exonerate the commissioner because when the commissioner sees that to make Warri functional, when the midst of they getting money at times come from the national TV and what have you, what should be his concern about how this place should be working?
But he's a Delta.
I'm coming.
He's a Delta.
I'm coming.
Maybe it doesn't belong to
because of his you talk about selfish interest. So
fine.
If he makes more money, why will I make
so that is the point I'm telling you.
So it's no longer a service.
So that is the question.
No longer a service.
If they know, if they bring Shyness, they bring Arise, they bring TVC and others to Delta, they make millions of naira. Then why should they think or sit and start thinking of how we can bring the government into this picture to say Warri station bad, Asaba is bad? It's going to be difficult. I remember vividly, I think about a few months ago, I was in DBS. I was asking whether the neighbors they had there were lizards. Because right in some of the offices, look at lizards and everything here. Look at tables here. So you begin to ask, how is this place like?
Those tables that look like what carpenter used to do safe.
So okay, now look at the roofs and everything. You may even be in your office before you know it. The roof may collapse and something else, reptiles and what have you, could even fall on your table. So we are
almost half of the year, the station is off air because their transmitter is obsolete. They are still using a transmitter made in 1960s. These days, the transmitters, television and radio station use a mobile transmitter.
Now,
very handy and even cheap to maintain. They went to resurrect transmitter that was abandoned by Odo administration. Instead of buying new one with the same amount, the transmitter did not work a week before it packed up.
Okay, now, so do you not say, because oftentimes the governor comes home, so if he comes home, he does not even bother to say, let us go, or let me go and check.
No.
National media around the
They didn't watch their
national media.
the station.
They don't do it.
So how do you expect Deltans to tune to a station and the government is not interested in feeding information?
And like I heard too, their transmission comes on 2 occasions, in the morning and in the evening. Probably that is when they open their jet.
They have the jet, yes.
So the moment they are done with their news,
I can only imagine.
They can or they will not off everything, wait till later in the evening when they will air whatever report they have, then they will not on it. This is a state government.
Most time they transmit on Facebook.
On Facebook. Okay.
They transmit
So are you saying?
If you want to follow DBS, go to their Facebook page.
So are you saying
that's the only way you?
So are you saying with the kind of money that is coming to Delta State,
we cannot have
standard station.
We cannot have it. With the kind of money which the governor has told us several.
We have
many private
Lagos
online television in Delta are more effective than DBS.
Of course.
Baramatu Voice is more effective than
DBS right now.
TV is more, even Rero is more effective than DBS.
DBS right now. I can only imagine the summit going on, the economic summit going on.
Did you see DBS do live transmission?
I can only what
did you see?
DBS is not there.
No, I can only imagine. Soludo was there. Soludo was there. I can only imagine how Soludo will be watching and is not seeing any mic flag of Delta Broadcasting
Yes,
Service,
or
or seeing them.
Asaba,
Maybe
or
we
Yes,
see
Asaba,
that
Warri.
Anambra.
You will see- a lot of Anambra is there.
Anambra.
I have
was
a
there.
colleague there in Anambra. They are there.
So,
And that's why, we don't like anything data. We commonize it like one of us said. In Anambra, you see what Soludo told them yesterday also, that you are doing an economic summit. All of you are dressed in white man clothes. All of you are dressed in
none of your
suit. None of your local, none of you
local
wear
attire.
Your local attire.
attires.
So, how do you
And-
say your culture?
How you say your culture?
So the problem is one other thing I want to say. There's I will the commissioner or the information managers. They are the problems of the decay of this state. I will not say it is this government like we rightly established at the first time. It is not from Sheriff Oboriwori. Sheriff Oboriwori inherited it. Like you rightly
That is
said.
doing nothing about it.
Like you rightly said.
If you hear something, you
No,
do
like
something about it.
like Mr. Polycarp rightly said, if they did not tell him, or was it you that said it?
Yeah,
That if the governor is not informed about it, there is no way the governor would think that way. But on the other hand, the person we are talking about is a Warri born boy. And he has always said, I be Warri
Warri
Pikin.
Pikin.
I be Warri Pikin.
So sometimes he says supposed to ask questions.
Where is DRT?
When
Where
are
is
they
DRT?
watch? When are they watch that? Because I grew up and I watch NTA
and
and DBS.
DBS.
The DBS. When
Where
I
is
watch that time,
DBS?
people they watch
What
that time.
Where is DBS?
Which
Before we
happened to
had
her?
this satellite television, the DBS was our main source of information and entertainment. Now we no longer have it. Like you said, children growing up today, they don't know anything called DRTV.
My children don't know.
They don't know anything called DRTV. If you go to my home, if you ask my children,
They don't
do you know
know.
DRTV? You say no, I don't know DRTV.
They're not.
They don't. If you ask them what is DRTV, they don't even know the full meaning of DRTV because it's not something. Even in the school, in primary school, then when we're in Bendel, they will say BBS. What is the meaning of BBS? You say Bendel Broadcasting Service. You know that. But in our today's primary school, do you have children who knows the meaning of DRTV?
My son,
they don't have it. They don't know it.
My children who are even in the higher institution,
they don't know
because they have not
so
watched it.
Because we do not place that value
to tell you that the rot did not start today. The rot did not start today. We are not blaming the government of the day.
Yeah.
We are calling his attention that DBS is our heritage. Both DBS and Asaba, the one in Asaba have been sacked by flood. When you go there, table are swimming on top of it. And it has become a yearly thing. And each government, successful government, have done nothing about it. Let us stop this showmanship. We show to the world that we are good. We show to the world that we can manage ourselves. We can maintain our infrastructure. Today, the governor is building massive infrastructure, especially flyover bridge. But what happened in the next 6 years or 5 years when he leaves government? Would they be left to rot the way he's allowing DBS to rot? Is that what we're bequeathing to our children, Mr. Polycarp? The maintenance culture, even the management of this station, they don't need the governor to remove tenants. If tenants were to be in their house, would they allow the tenants in
their personal houses?
In their personal houses,
like you rightly mentioned, we suppose that in every administration you should have some good persons who are advisors to the governor on different ministries or processor and what have you. When they also are not still doing their job, then at the end of the day, the blame and everything goes to the head, which is the governor,
because the boss stops at his table.
At his table. So if anything is going wrong at all, from the roof to the head takes the blame because it's the head, he controls and takes care of whatever thing. So, but too, I still feel no matter whatever advice we will still give, it may not change a lot of things. It will not change because what they eventually doing at this moment, at this present time now, by this invitation from national television, they cannot, and they will never be ready to stop it because that is where they make their hell of money. That is where they make their hell of money. So having advice there
I heard that each hour they get commission of about 2.5 million.
Fine.
Each hour of
the telecast.
So if you are having functions about 2 to 3 times in a month, or even if from Kudun for just imagine what is going to happen during the election period when they will bring all the national that year. You can imagine that you not imagine such people to come out and start advising the governor that go and work on it. But one thing we should know is this: this is our own. This is our own. If we can invest more on this television, Asaba and Warri, it can give us the same product.
Yes, now
that the DBS,
just put it on this. We have trained manpower.
We have something.
We have trained manpower who you have spent money to train with experience. They are just lying idle without utilizing.
Okay, imagine the Obi-Wan you've talked about now. If individuals can. Even if you can have the and have it in that station, then what about this? What of the so they can have it. Do you know their own? They are using the new Obi-Wan, not that big box again. That is why. So but they will always discourage it because if they go in there, definitely their means of getting money would have been collapsed. So they will not encourage it.
With Starlink, you can most of these broadcast is through Starlink.
So they will not encourage.
Now you are talking about the advice that some persons close to the governor or people in charge, the head, the commissioner for information presently, he was so powerful in the previous government and even still powerful, one of the powerful commissioners, most powerful commissioners that Deltas have now today. He's the one commissioner. He's a super commissioner. He's the one that decided that DBS should die. Both Warri and Asaba, he decided it. So his advice. He said advice. So he's the one that is advice. Of course, the governor must take his advice because of his position right now. That right now it is only the national that we can make use of, and they are forgetting that politics is local. The people of the state don't know what is happening. They need it's local. They need to hear the thing locally. How many of all those market women in various places go and be watching all those national television that they want to see what the governor is doing there?
Before now,
how many of them listen to radio? So something that you subscribe first. Before we are looking for money to feed.
They will feed their market.
Then you are thinking of what you're going to subscribe to watch what. When you have your local station here, who can give you what you want at all time? But we said no, it cannot.
Even most of the time, local media they don't bring them in.
I will always tell you that the problem boils to whoever the governments of the day employ to manage the information. And Nyagu has been there. He promised Deltans in 2025, like I rightly said, that he was going to harmonize program content, that he was going to bring, revitalize or revive the 2 stations.
And revamp.
With modern equipment, broadcast equipment.
This is 2026.
Editing suits and all that. He promised us. This is 2026. We are still going to Abuja. We are still going to Shannes. We are still going to Arise. I didn't say they should not go there.
I heard that he has established his own television station.
So he is deliberately killing the state-owned media outfit in order to make money for himself.
Look from what you are saying not out of place, but still get this thing right. Till tomorrow, I will still blame the governor. I'm saying this because somebody told me a story some time ago. I think so about 2-3 months ago, that when Uduaka was in office, we were still having this similar problem of DBS not being catered for and what have you. So I do not know whether some of the staff were invited for a meeting. And during the invitation, when they were chatting, that one-on-one conversation, then one of the staffs was pouring encomium on the governor. Praises. These are what happened. I said, Uduaka has shown him. Please, this is not what I want to hear. Tell me what is happening in DBS. That's why I call you for. Not to come and praise me. You praise me here, and people are complaining outside that the station is that. Have you seen the reaction of yes? Have you seen the reaction of the governor? This is somebody who wants to know the actual position of what is going on the station so that they can do what they can do to the station. But what of when What of
That when you put even this one we are doing to call the government's attention to it, they will tell you that you are an enemy of
You
the
are enemy of the
government.
government.
No, that is it.
Because
Yes.
the government does not want those who will tell them the
The
truth.
truth.
And when you tell them the
Yeah.
truth, we are calling out this because we want the betterment of Delta
Of
State.
Delta State.
And we have colleagues who are working there. I cannot function in this kind of environment.
No,
Look at the soccer way pit.
Ah.
Eh? I can't function
Look at the
because
grasses.
when
surrounding,
your
How
mind
can you
is
go?
not
I
settled,
don't know how they
That is
will invite
surrounding.
I
somebody.
don't
to that
know
place
how
to
they
go and
manage
talk.
to
No,
work
they no
here.
longer invite people
Anybody.
there because
They
there's
don't invite
no
anybody to
Why are you inviting
Why
them?
you invite? Where are
This
you
place
going
is
to?
more bushy than even forest.
Yes.
So anything you can think of can habit this environment. I don't know whether it's a zoo, even zoo, or it's a reserve where they are training lion and reptiles. How can this kind of environment? How do you function in this kind of environment? Because your environment affect your productivity.
Okay.
So you want them to act like those in China, and you are keeping human being in this kind of environment.
But sorry. I will continue to say this. I'll continue to say this. During the inaugural speech of the governor, there was something he said, and everybody was happy. And one was the statement that his focus is going to be on worry.
Worry and environment.
Yes,
Worry and environment.
on worry.
No,
Specifically worry.
It's coming
So,
to DBS.
Fine, fine. So we were all happy
Come
that
to DBS for the next
with that
time.
statement he has made,
When he wants to,
with that statement he has
this
made,
government
the
is
first focus
Would have been in
will
worry.
be in worry. From the DBS area, we are talking about another infrastructures and what have you. But today, it is a different ball. It's a different ball game. Not as we are taught.
Also, when we're talking about the side of the government, let us also look inward. We have management in this DBS. We
It's
have
much more
management in
fun they are
DBS.
generating.
You cannot tell me that
what
the
are they
station
doing with it?
is not making
how
anything
can
because
they generate funds
definitely-
when the place is dead?
no, definitely even at that, definitely adverts are also coming because adverts are coming. You can't say
On
that.
television
Who will
or
put
on
advert
radio.
there? Who will put
Adverts are-
advert there? How?
I know. Don't tell me they are not generating anything because I know
What?
that there is
Because
a
I
board.
don't give them advert.
There is a board.
You cannot. I
There
cannot
is a
give them
board.
advert.
There is a
Because I
board
believe
constituted.
nobody listen to it.
There is-
Nobody's listening, so I cannot give
But they
advert.
cast news. They also cast news.
No, they do.
They cast
I'll
news.
send you on WhatsApp.
Yeah,
They
today
cast
send
news
your
and send
WhatsApp.
you
On
on
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. Fine.
I will deliver to your client.
Yeah,
On WhatsApp. So I will deliver to your client I know when you deliver to your client on WhatsApp, your client assume you have done, so you pay there. You
Okay, can we now say? Can we
not be when you now work
businessman will go and place advert on such
On
station.
such-
station.
So they are not generating any
They are
funds
not.
at all,
They should. They
and they are
cannot.
paid.
People
And
are
the state-
discouraged.
and the
They are
state government is
discouraged.
paying them.
That is why we
They
are
are
calling
paying- they are paying staff.
Just like NMPC.
That is why we are calling on. That is why we are calling on state government.
So it's a waste of funds.
Fine. That's why we are calling on the state government.
You pay for services not rendered.
Yes.
We-
So it's not supposed to be.
Well,
It's not supposed to be.
on my part,
Let
we are
us
calling on
round
the
up on
state
this.
governor,
Yeah.
His Excellency Right Honorable Sheriff Oborewori, who of so many places, I'm a worry boy.
Make you
As
do
a
worry
worry
thing.
boy, can't do the worry things. The worry things. Somebody drew my attention recently to just airport road that is named after the governor, and he said if you want to massage your body, go and drive
Through the airport.
road. That you
Potholes.
get your body. You get your body massaged.
by potholes.
So we call on the governor to please look at go just on his own. Personally, just in fact, before now we do see governors
Visit the station.
disgassing themselves and even say, okay, you could just come. They will know
Just
that
like
the governor.
he did to that abandoned
But
project.
no, he was doing on convoy too. Surprisingly, I just no, just go because some people
Go.
say, governor, we get this in, we get
And
this
the governor have a lot of friends in DBS
a lot
Warri
of friends in DBS Warri,
and
lot of friends.
Asaba. When you go there, fraternize with your old friends.
Please,
that you are a governor does not mean that you cannot relate
You cannot
with your
relate
old
because
friends.
you are the streets. The
You have
street
big credibility.
credibility. We have not seen
have
that
a
street
breakfast with
in
DBS
Warri.
Warri and breakfast with DBS Asaba and have a breakfast with Pointer management. See their needs and have a first-hand information. What they are telling you are lies. They are lying to you about the state of the state-owned media houses. The places are in terrible shape. It does not represent us. No investor will visit DRTV and want to invest in Delta State.
If you show this DRTV
who is the paymaster?
Yeah?
If
Who is the paymaster? Who pays them their salary?
It's the government.
So government. How do you think they could summon that courage before the governor to say this?
No, we are not telling you. We said DBS should go there. You have
let the governor not a listening governor.
Let the governor visit them.
Is he not a listening governor? It's a listening governor.
It's a listening governor, but on this case now, we do not know whether he listens.
We pray he listens. We pray he listens
because we
and those who are managing the governor should tell the governor
the true
position. That's why we are bringing these videos. We are not bringing it to embarrass the state. But since we cannot reach the governor as we used to reach him before he become governor,
since we cut off the governor. The day he was sworn in as
nobody
he turned his back at
media friends. We cannot see him again.
To visit DRTV and see things for himself, because what they are telling him are not true position of things. We will come to you again. This is developing
story. So I also want to chip in something you just mentioned. This media chart,
monthly media chart,
or this breakfast
with journalists.
It helps a lot.
Because
I remember vividly that when Udanga was in position, he was always engaging the Warri correspondence in that group, that morning breakfast. And from there, during those interactions, you will not hear the friendly telling you everything that are happening within the area. So with that now, you will not have a sense of belonging and know these are the things that
there's nothing wrong if the governor call his media friends. Well, those of us you consider enemy, you may not call us.
No, he considered the consideration now.
It's media manager.
Can you imagine the last time
the media manager considered
before he became a governor? I believe we were going to his house almost every time. But since when he became governor to now, can you tell me once or twice that you have had one-on-one?
The gate will not even be open.
So that's why I'm saying that
if you cannot call us, let you call others.
You have a lot of journalists who are his friends who can tell him.
Some are not telling him.
No, listen, he has not met with them. He has not met with members of Warri correspondent chapter.
No,
he only met with NUJ. Even DOPF have written more than 10 letters to meet with him. There is a deliberate attempt to shut the governor from the media. We are not saying you should come and dress media press conference.
Briefing
have interaction with journalists one-on-one in an informal setting. They will tell you, they will give you feedback of what is happening in the state. You cannot be everywhere. So we are going to end it here. We'll close the show. On this is ongoing conversation. We are going to ensure that DRTV, which is our heritage, and DBS as are brought back, and the attention that they should get. Thank you for joining the Advocate Gang today. Watch out for the next episode.
Thank you very much.